Canadian Prepper here. So I know I said I was not going to make another video about this, but damn it. This is so important. What has just transpired in the last 24 hours, guys? This is revolutionary. This is historic. Okay? Now, I understand there's some big money behind the scenes on the side of the retail investors. If you don't know what I'm going to talk about in this video, go watch my last video so you can get up to speed, because I can't repeat myself. We're talking about the GameStop apocalypse, the economic shakedown that has happened as a result of the masses of people, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, putting their pennies together and taking on the big Wall Street fat cats. But guess what happened? Guess what happened? Somebody made a phone call to somebody, a CEO or many CEOs in these trading apps, and said, yeah, I'm going to do this, then you're going to do that, okay? If not, this is going to happen, right? Okay, click. That's what happened. Think about this, guys. People have been compromised for a lot less. We are talking about billions of dollars here. Billions. Do you know how much money $1 billion is? I think that last I checked, that shorts had lost $91 billion. $0.1 trillion was lost. And that's just the beginning, because they got short money in all of these stocks. You know why? Because they know that the shit is gonna hit the fan. They know that the economy is on its way downtown, Charlie Brown, and they were banking on it. But Main Street checked them, and they got shut down. So you tell me, how fair is it that right when Main Street starts to make some headway and playing by the same market manipulation tactics that Wall Street always used, but always in the parameters of the law, you can't tell me that suspending their right to trade is not some sort of violation, if only in the philosophy of the free market. This is going to be the spark that ignites an inferno that I think is going to rival, if not completely dwarf, what we seen in 2008. Because just remember, when you're facing austerity, when you're facing economic contraction, recession, and possibly depression, you know there's going to be a lot of unrest that follows. And here's what this has done. I recently conducted a poll on the channel. Who do you side with, Main Street or Wall Street? 93% of people said, I side with Main Street. That was more unification than we seen around the George Floyd, which was surprisingly unifying on both the left and right. Both the left and right both agreed that that was something that was wrong, okay, and should not have happened. We seen unity there, but this is different. You're seeing unity unlike ever before, and that's because people are being pushed to the fringes. People who had to wait for months while these politicians bickered and played this political game so that you could get support. Because I can tell you, I have my finger on the pulse of alternative, left-wing, progressive media, and they're all saying the same thing. They're all cheering on the Reddit crowd as much as everybody else, from the conservatives to the anti-establishment libertarian crowd. Everybody's cheering on the Reddit crowd. Even though, to be quite honest, there's probably a lot of 0.001%ers in the Reddit crowd playing that side of the fence. Because let's face it, you need some whales to start making some big waves that all the other little fish can come in and ride that wave. So that said, what you're seeing here is the historic beginning of a new way of revolting, because you're seeing the integration of fintech and social media. These two things are coming together in ways that the power brokers of old, they perhaps couldn't have foreseen or just underestimated. But this is going to be huge, and this is going to create the tailwinds which are going to determine how the resistance, if you will, the timing of this is almost perfect when you look at the new technological innovations that are taking place with blockchain and cryptocurrency. And this is the crumbling of the old world. The old world is hanging on desperately, so desperate that they had to make a phone call to the CEOs of these trading apps. And trust me, I've seen the CEOs of these trading apps, and what does the Joker say to that one guy before he puts a pencil through his eye? He's looking at the guy on the television set. He said, that guy's a squealer. And I bet you any money, either somebody was compromised, somebody was, greased a little bit, or somebody was threatened. Now, that's pure speculation, But think about it. We're talking about billions of dollars here. I don't know if we can go into the $1 trillion range with this, but there's a good possibility because remember, when you're shorting stocks, you can lose infinite amounts of money. So this is a very, very serious game. And it's funny, it's called GameStop. That's the stock that started it all. But this is very, very important, guys. This is going to be huge. This is not going to end with GameStop. You remember that cruise ship last year, with the COVID thing, and they had people quarantining. It was international news. And now you probably forgot about it, just like I did. And that's what we're going to do with GameStop, because this is only the beginning. They cannot just keep blocking people from going into stocks. Either they're going to have to ban the shorting of stocks, which, that's how Wall Street appears to be making their money right now, because they're not picking the stocks like the retail investors have been all year, who are in these tech startups, these SPACs, Tesla, Virgin Galactic, things like that. That's where the retail investor has, Tesla probably created more millionaires than any other stock in history. New money, new millionaires, okay? And now, as we talked about in the last video, are they really millionaires, or are they like 700,000-aires once all the inflation enters its way into the market? But I'm telling you guys, this is very, very serious, and you need to keep your eye on this. But I will say, if you are in this game, okay, if you are playing the AMC game, going into these shorted stocks, I'm going to tell you this. If you're new to the game, be extremely careful, because somebody's going to get left holding the bag. You don't know when the bubble's going to pop. You might think it's a roller coaster, but all of a sudden it goes down and it just doesn't come back up. And it's going to happen. Somebody is going to get stuck. And I have a feeling that as much as this may have benefited a lot of smaller investors, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be hurt by this in the end. It's inevitable, because not everybody can run for the doors at the same time. It's musical chairs. Somebody is going to get stuck holding the bag. You don't want it to be you. This is not how the stock market works. Okay, this is not how money works. You don't just put money into something and it goes up. That money has to come from somewhere. Somebody had to produce something. Somebody had to provide a service. Okay, it's money that's just moving around, and yeah, you're taking it from Wall Street, but guess what? These guys got a lot of pull if they were able to make a phone call and ask those CEOs, or told those CEOs, that you better restrict these apps because we're losing billions and billions of dollars, and there's going to be a lot of gangsters out there who don't take too kindly of that. Okay, people get in turf wars over thousands of dollars, or people, cheating on someone such and such, or somebody dissing somebody. Okay, we're talking about billions of dollars. Think about the lengths that people are going to go to protect that kind of capital. So this is not a joke. And I have, if I was the people on Reddit, I'd be careful. Make sure you are, behind proxies. Make sure you are, keeping your identity as anonymous as possible, because they may well come for you someday. And I'm not saying that to scare people into not partaking in this whole thing, because I don't think they can stop it. I really don't think they can stop it. They can try to stop it, but when they stop it cold in its tracks, people are going to see. That's going to be very, very apparent. People are going to say, wait a minute. Why are you stopping it for us and you didn't stop it back in 2008? Why do these guys get bailed out all the time? And why are they allowed to short stocks without anybody on the opposing end and get away with it? I think this is the beginning of a revolution. And like most revolutions, it's probably going to be co-opted by some shill somewhere. But for the time being, in this pre-revolutionary period, it's kind of fun. It's exciting because you do have this unification that we've never seen before of all these groups who despise these fat cats who've been gaming the system for years. They manipulate the market in ways they always get away with it. Finally, the collective, the people, technology has empowered people to participate and do the same thing that they do, and they really don't like it. And that's unifying people, and that's freaking amazing. Now, if the government doesn't show up for the people, they're going to be in big trouble. So we're in the dawn of a new age where people who never would have participated in finance before are finally starting to learn about money. People are starting to learn how money works. They don't teach it in schools, but the internet is teaching people. There are people teaching each other how the game works, and that is empowering the little guy. The tables are somehow turning, even though you have this massive wealth discrepancy. There's this movement to try to turn the tables. What's going to happen? Is it going to be successful? Or is it just going to turn into some dystopian police state where you're not allowed to say swear words and you have a consumption quota every day that you got to fulfill? Brave New World style. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I promise you, the next video we're talking about prepping and survival, because quite frankly, from here on in, that's going to be the most important thing moving forward, because I think we are going to see the 99% thing all over again, only it's going to be the 99% versus the 1% squared, because it's not only going to be the progressives shouting at the bankers on Wall Street. This time, it's going to be personal for a lot of people. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by gearing up at CanadianPreparedness.com, your one-stop shop for premium, high-quality, brand-name products that have been tried and tested by myself and other YouTube gear reviewers. All one word in all caps. My subscribers save 10% off by using the coupon code SurvivalPrepper.